1 to start broadcasting. If this is not your game, press 9 to restart. Your broadcast has started. Waiting momentarily for your streaming to start.
Hi, friends, and good evening. Tonight, the MSA Sports Network is proud to present another edition of Frontier League Baseball. Hi, I'm Nate Regoti, live at Consol Energy Park, where the Wild Things are set to host the Schaumburg Boomers. The Wild Things come into this game with a 39-40 overall record. Schaumburg behind them, 36-45. And as this season begins to wind down, boy, is this another important one. Let's take a look at the wild card standings for the Frontier League postseason. Evansville Otters have the number one wild card at a 45-34 record. The Normal Corn Belters have the second one at 41-39, and right after that, it's your Wild Things, just a game and a half back. They have a half game up on the Gateway Grizzlies and a game up on the River City Rascals, 2 games up on Lake Erie in regards to the wild card. So this is an extremely important game. The rest of them are the rest of the way for Washington. Again, 16 games left on the schedule, and the Wild Things will need every single win they can get. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. The visiting Schaumburg Boomers batting first, playing center field, Tobias Moreno. Batting second at second base, Jordan Dean. Arrhenius Aldazoro is playing left field and batting third. Batting fourth, Kenny Towns at third base. Batting fifth in right field, Mark Nelson. First baseman Mike McClellan bats sixth. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Michael Hill. The eighth spot batter is the catcher, James Keller. And batting ninth and rounding out the Schaumburg lineup is the shortstop, Nick Oberg. On the mound for the Wild Things, it is Chase Cunningham. Cunningham this year with a 4.58 ERA, a 5-8 record in 15 starts. He's thrown over 78 innings, struck out 35, and has walked 27. So Cunningham gets the start. The rest of the defense for the Wild Things: Kyle Pollock behind the dish, Alvaro Gonzalez at third, Austin Wobrock at shortstop, Ryan Willard is at second, Jimmy Yezzo is at first base. In the outfield for the Wild Things, from left to right, Andrew Heck, Chris Grayson, and David Popkins, as the left-handed batter Tobias Moreno will stand in and lead things off. Again, I'm Nate Regoti here at Consol Energy Park. Zack Zeigler not with us this evening, has a personal matter. We hope he will return for tomorrow night's game, the second one in this weekend series. First pitch to Moreno, a called strike. Today's umpires behind the plate, Andy Dudonis. On the bases, Michael Shields. First pitch, 7:05. The 0-1 delivered to Moreno. Here's a little blooper out into right center field. Bounces down for a leadoff base hit for Tobias Moreno. And 2 pitches in, and the Boomers already have a base runner. Brings up Jordan Dean, the second baseman for the Boomers. Dean this year batting .287. Right-handed. Give you the some other numbers on him in just a moment. As now pitching from the stretch is Cunningham. The first pitch to Dean is a fastball that misses low. Jordan Dean with 2 home runs and 16 runs batted in this 2016 season. Glad to have you along the MSA Sports Network. Your home for Wild Things baseball all season long. Throw to first base. Moreno back in time. Storms off and on throughout the area earlier today here in southwestern Pennsylvania, but things have cleared up for this evening's game. Beautiful blue skies, sun setting over beyond right field. Popped up here in the infield, foul territory, running in the first baseman. Jimmy Yezzo makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 out with a runner at first base for the Boomers. Brings up Arrhenius Aldazoro, left fielder for Schaumburg. Aldazoro batting .244 this season. Still looking for his first home run, has 3 RBI as well. Left-handed batter stands in. First pitch from Cunningham is delivered, and it's a ball outside. Part of the weekend series against the Boomers. Will be here tomorrow and Sunday as well. Wild Things on a bit of a roll, trying to get themselves into this playoff mix. 1-0 pitch to Aldazoro. Fly ball into left field. Running towards the corner is Heck in a foul territory. That one lands in the bullpen of the Boomers. Foul ball. Count now at 1-1. Top of the first inning. Tobias Moreno at first base with 1 out. Again, the right-handed Chase Cunningham getting the start, 16th start of the year. The 1-1 delivery. Fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Great crowd here for a Friday night. A lot of kiddos out here as they get set to go back to school. Most schools in the area going back this coming Monday. This is the final weekend of the summer for some of these young boys and girls. Throw to first base is high as Moreno dives back in safely. Always a bad time of the year when you got to go back to school when you were a kid. You know, parents start to love it. And by the end of August, they can't wait. 1-2 pitch, fouled away into the netting. 3:25 down the corners here at Consol Energy Park. 4:05 to center. 3:75 in the power gaps. 1 ball, 2 strikes, still the count to Aldazoro. Fireworks night here at Consol Energy Park, as it is every Friday. Fireworks Friday, you can't beat it. 1-2 pitch. Popped up, foul territory, beyond third base. Going back is the third baseman Gonzalez into foul territory, makes the catch, 2 outs. 2 pop-outs in foul territory for Schaumburg in the top of this first inning. Moreno still standing on first base after the leadoff single. Brings up the cleanup spot batter, Kenny Towns, third baseman for the Boomers. Towns, a right-handed batter with a 304 clip on the year. First pitch, called strike. Towns has hit one out of the ballpark this year, just one, and has batted 8 runs in across the plate. 0-1 delivery. Breaking ball and a called strike. That one caught just at the knees. That one literally broke into the dirt. Well, turf here at Consol Energy Park, artificial surface, but Pollock had to scoop that one up. Beautiful breaking ball. Heading the count now 0-2. Check back to first base. Moreno dives back in safely once again. Oh, 0-2 offering. Runner goes. Breaking ball outside. Throw down to second. Safe. Missed the tag. That's a great stolen base by Moreno. Moved the hand around the glove of the covering man. Pollock's throw was there, but Moreno gets the stolen base. That moves him into scoring position. The pitch out makes it a 1-2 count now. Cunningham with the delivery. Line drive into center field. On the run is Grayson, and that will end the inning. One hit, a stolen base, one man left on. We played a half inning, still scoreless between the Boomers and the Wild Things here at Consol Energy Park. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for your Washington Wild Things. The Wild Things, again, a game and a half out of the wild card spot, a 39-40 overall record. Batting first, playing left field is Andrew Heck. Chris Grayson bats second and plays center field. The designated hitter, Ricky Rodriguez, bats third. Batting fourth, David Popkins in right. The first baseman, Jimmy Yezzo, bats fifth. Alvaro Gonzalez bats sixth and plays third base. Kyle Pollock batting seventh and catching. Ryan Willard batting eighth at second base. And the shortstop, Austin Wolbruck, rounds out the starting lineup for the Wild Things. On the mound tonight for the Boomers will be Brett Mayberry. Mabry this year with a 4.25 ERA, 1-3 overall record in 5 starts. Behind the dish is James Keller, Kenny Towns at third, Nick Oberg at shortstop, Jordan Dean at second base, Mike McClellan at first, Argenis Aldozaro in left field, Tobias Moreno in center, and Mark Nelson is in right field. And that brings up, again, the leadoff batter, Andrew Heck. A heck of a guy leads things off. Heck this year, a 276 average. Good enough for fourth best on this Wild Things team. Paperwork signed confirmation that the Wild Things will be back next year here in Washington. Heck this year, still looking for his first home run. Does have 15 RBIs. First pitch to him from Mabry is a called strike on the outer edge. Heck, a left-handed batter. A 1 pitch. Just a bit inside. The Boomers have some playoff experience. The 2013 and 2014 back-to-back Frontier League champions. Had a great couple of squads a few years ago. 1-1 delivery. Fly ball into center field. This one will get down. A leadoff base hit for the Things here in the first inning. Brings up the center fielder Chris Grayson in the 2 spot. Grayson hitting at a 280 clip this year. "14 runs batted in, 2 homers. Lefty against the righty, Mabry, pitching from the stretch. Throw over to first base and back in safely as heck. First pitch now popped up. This one gets over the netting and into the stands. Good crowd on hand. That went up into the bleachers here above the lower bowl. Mabry this year, in 29 innings pitched, has walked just 7 batters. 1-2 delivery. Outside evens up the count at 2-2. And he's struck out 15. Grayson awaiting the 2-2 offering, fouled away. Chris Grayson, a native of Monroe, Louisiana, went to Sioux Falls, last played at the Sioux Falls Canaries, the American Association. Canaries, that's a weird name for a baseball team, huh? Throw over. Back in time is sec. That's what's cool about minor league. You get creative, get some different things. 2-2 pitch again to Grayson. Pops this one up foul. This is a great at bat here. He is really battling. Was down 0-2, now 2-2. He's fouled the last 2 pitches away. In the bottom of the first inning, scoreless between these two teams. Andrew Heck led things off with a single. Grayson still at the plate. Again the pitch. Bounce down the first base line. This one foul as well. It's the 6th pitch that was fouled off in this at-bat by Grayson. Still facing that 2-2 count. Now it's step off by Mabry. This is really a great battle. This is fun to watch. From the stretch again is Mabry. Looks in. Delivers this one. Swing and a miss. He got him. Way to battle Brett Mabry. Strikes out Chris Grayson for the first out of the inning. And Chris Grayson did not want to go away, but went chasing that one outside. 1 down. And Ricky Rodriguez, who's been standing in the on-deck circle for over 5 minutes now, is finally making his way to the plate, the designated hitter for the Wild Things this evening. Mabry still pitching from the stretch with Heck at first base, scoreless. Bottom of the first. First pitch is inside to Rodriguez. Rodriguez leading this Wild Things team in batting average at .290. Nothing spectacular, but enough to be atop the team. Throw over. In the Wild Things offensively, last in the Frontier League. Really not producing much, but winning the close games, winning the 1-run games, and that's all it takes. And they're right here in this hunt. Late in the season, 1-0 pitch. Ball that misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes now the count to Rodriguez. Just talking to some members of the media up here today. It's not been an easy year for the Wild Things. Not like one that they had in 2014 where they just had a pounding offense. This has been one that they've had to win game by game. They had to take each night singly. They couldn't look at whole series and say we got to go in there and win the whole series. Of course you want to, but really had to take that cliche of game by game, just one day at a time. And they're just one game from 500. Tonight could even up their record at 39-40, could make it 40 even. 2 balls, 1 strike now to count to Rodriguez. Bounce to the third baseman, Towns. Off the hop, throw to first. Scooped out by McClellan for the second out of the inning. 5-3 the put out in your scorebook. That does move Andrew Heck, though, to second base. So runner in scoring position for the Things. As the cleanup spot batter, David Popkins, comes to the plate. Playing right field this evening, a left-handed batter. Mabry still from the stretch. First offering outside. Popkins right behind Rodriguez in batting average at .288. Getting into the meat of the Wild Things lineup. 1-0 delivery. Fastball that misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Shortstop Oberg cheating towards the bag. Now backs off, line drive, scooped out of the turf by McClellan, and he tabs the bag, and that ends the inning. Great job by the first baseman. That one was roped into the turf. Thought that one was going to get past him, but he snags it, and that will retire the side. Wild Things get a leadoff single from Andrew Heck, but leave him stranded. We've played one complete here at Consol Energy Park. The Schaumburg Boomers and the Washington Wild Things scoreless. We head to the top of the second inning. The Boomers coming to the plate. Mark Nelson, Mike McClellan, and Michael Hill due up to bat this inning for the Boomers. Scoreless game here. First pitch to the leadoff batter, Nelson, is a ball. Mark Nelson hitting at a .277 clip. 2 balls, no strikes now the count. Second on his team in runs batted in at 21. Again, the pitch misses from Chase Cunningham. 3 balls, no strikes. You see the Wild Things wearing a different jersey tonight, a camo jersey for Military Appreciation Night. 3-0 pitch, the called strike. Just a special thanks to all of our veterans and those who have served in the armed forces. Your sacrifice has made our lives and freedom possible. Thank you very much. as Chase Cunningham walks the leadoff batter, Mark Nelson. Second base runner of the game for the Boomers. An inning ago, had a leadoff single, but stranded him at second after a stolen base. First walk of the game issued by Cunningham as the right-handed batter Mike McClellan comes to the plate. McClellan batting .286 here in 2016. From the stretch, first pitch to him is high and tight for a ball. McClellan, a native of McDonough, Georgia. Went to Columbus State University. Bouncer down the third baseline, foul. McClellan, one of the taller guys in the game this evening. 6'4", 230 in his rookie year. Very first year. 1-1 pitch fouled away. Just 22 years old. Mike McClellan. One ball, two strikes the count to the rookie. Breaking ball left high there by Cunningham. Evens up the count at 2-2. A scoreless ball game. Top of the second inning. No outs and a runner on for McClellan here. Check to first base. Back in time is Nelson. In the Boomers, a 36 and 45 overall record. The 2-2 offering. Called strike three. That one right there. About waist high. Beautiful pitch by Cunningham. His first strikeout is a backwards K in the scorebook. One down. Left-handed batter Michael Hill now comes to the plate. Hill batting in the seventh spot as the designated hitter for the Boomers. First pitch to him. Called strike right in the same location that got McClellan. Hill on the year hitting at a 224 clip. 10 RBIs. Breaking ball left high by Cunningham. Evens up the count at 1-1. 1-1. Bounce to the first baseman, Yezo. Gets the force at second. Wobrock tries to turn it. Not in time, but they will get the lead guy. That retires Nelson. 2 outs in the inning. So Hill reaches on the fielder's choice. And James Keller, the 8th-spot batter, will come to the plate catching this evening for the Boomers. Still a scoreless game, top of the second. 2 outs with a runner at first base for Keller. Keller also in his rookie season pops one up into the stands. Out of the University of Mary Washington. In fact, just graduated this past spring. Originally from Fredericksburg, Virginia. The 0-1. Ball in the dirt. Pollock had to drop to his knees and block that one from getting behind him. Consol Energy Park also home to the Pennsylvania Rebellion, a National Pro Fast Pitch softball team. Rebellion just finished up their season. Did not make the playoffs for the NPF Championship Series. Wild Things trying to be the organization that does. 1-1 delivery. This one popped up out of play by Keller. and try to keep you updated on what else is happening across the Frontier League tonight. Again, the eye is on Normal and Evansville, as those two currently have the 2 wild card spots. 1-2. Wave and a miss. Drop, third strike. Throw down to first base completes the strikeout. And that ends the inning. A walk and 1 left on. We played 1.5 here at Consol Energy Park. The Schaumburg Boomers and your Washington Wild Things still scoreless. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Wild Things and Boomers scoreless. 2 up this inning for the Wild Things. Jimmy Yezzo, Alvaro Gonzalez, and Kyle Pollock. As Yezzo stands in, left-handed batter, takes the first pitch high and tight for ball 1. One-zero pitch. Line drive into left field. Going back is out as Zorro at the warning track. Makes the catch, and that's the first out of the inning. Hit that one on a rope, but out of Zorro there to make the grab. And that brings up Alvaro Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a left-handed batter. Takes a look at strike 1. Gonzalez owns a .227 batting average this year, making just his 7th start on the season. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball left just a bit high above the letters for ball 1. One delivery. Bounced foul towards third base. Sun starting to set behind the first base grandstands, and always makes it a little bit difficult for those playing on the left side of the field, whether in left field, third, or short. Never quite that easy. 1-2 pitch, just fouled away off the tip of the bat. One ball, two strikes, the count to Gonzalez. Bounced again, foul. Gonzalez, a native of Houston, Texas. Fouled away, went to New Mexico Highlands University in his rookie year. Stands at 6'4", 220. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, got him. Chased that one down and low, and Brett Mabry picks up his second strikeout of the game. Bases empty with two down for the Wild Things in a scoreless game in the bottom of the second. As Kyle Pollock, the catcher, will stand into bat. Breaking ball misses low. Pollock from Clinton, Ohio. 1-0 pitch fouled away. Was part of the Kansas City Royals organization in the minor leagues. Has now ended up here in Washington. This year in Washington, playing 40 games. Owns a .250 average. Two home runs, 12 RBIs on the year for Yezo. 2-1, bounce between the shortstop and the third baseman for a two-out single for Kyle Pollock. Second hit of the game for the Wild Things. So still alive here in the bottom of the second inning, despite two outs, is Ryan Willard. Will bat, the second baseman for the Things. First pitch to Willard, left outside by Mabry. Willard, a NC State product. Hails from Smithsburg, Maryland. Grounds one to the third baseman, Towns, who retires Pollock at second, and that ends the inning. One hit, one left on in the bottom half of the second for the Wild Things. We've played two. The Boomers in Washington still scoreless at Consol Energy Park here on the MSA Sports Network. We go to the top of the third inning between the Wild Things and the Boomers. Still scoreless. Leading off for the Boomers, the 9-1 and 2 spots. Nick Oberg, Tobias Moreno, and Jordan Dean. As Oberg takes ball one. One 0 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. Oberg with a .241 batting average on the year. In 18 games played. Ball misses just a bit low. Three balls, one strike now from Cunningham. Cunningham with 2 strikeouts and a walk through the first 2 frames. 3-1 pitch, fly ball into center field. On the run, on his way in is Grayson. And reaching for it, though, is the second baseman Willard, and he can't snag it. That ball absolutely should have been Chris Grayson's. No doubt about it. Some miscommunication out there right in the middle of nowhere, it seemed like. Behind the bag at second, popped up into shallow center. Willard running and couldn't really see the ball, and the second baseman just stuck his glove out there and missed it. Chris Grayson should have called everyone off on the run on his way in and just kept that ball for himself, but didn't. So Nick Oberg is aboard. They do rule that a hit because of the location. I agree with that. One of those tough ones to play as we're back to the top of the order for Schaumburg as Tobias Moreno stands back in. First pitch to Moreno, shows bunt, tries the sacrifice. And that's ruled a strike as he couldn't make contact, but did offer at the pitch. Moreno led things off with a hit in just the second pitch of the game. Moreno, a native of Jacksonville, Florida. A rookie himself, a 1 pitch. Bounced off the mound and into right center field. Rounding second now is Oberg. He'll head for third. Throw comes in, not in time, and the throw allows Moreno to move over to second base. Back-to-back singles puts runners at second and third base with nobody out for the Boomers. He just ripped that one right up the middle, did Moreno, and just took a little bit of a bounce off that false mound. Again, they do play softball here, so that mound can come out, but went off the mound, ricocheted into right center, and now 2 runners in scoring position for the batter, Jordan Dean. Pitching from the stretch is Cunningham. First pitch to Dean, fouled away into the netting. Dean has been around the league a couple of times, has been with Schaumburg the last few. Known as an experienced player in the Frontier League. A 1 pitch. Blocked there by Pollock behind the plate. Top of the third inning. Still a scoreless game with 2 runners in scoring position for the Boomers and nobody out. The 1-1 offering. A wave and miss for strike number 2. Dean, originally from Midland, Michigan. One-two delivery, bounces in front of the plate. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. From the stretch again is Cunningham. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. That will score one run across the plate is Zoberg. Moreno rounds third. Throw to the plate, not in time. Now throw back to second. Bounces into the outfield. It's a 2 RBI single for Jordan Dean, and Schaumburg takes a 2-0 lead. Brings up Arrhenius Altazoro. A 2-0 lead now for Schaumburg. As I try to figure out the score bug so that you watching on the video stream can see. Let's try this. There we go. Two balls, no strikes now. The count to Arrhenius Altazoro. Fouled away. Schaumburg leading Washington 2-0, top of the third. Still nobody out with Jordan Dean at second base. Boomers trying to snap a losing streak. After losing to Joliet back-to-back, then Lake Erie. Schaumburg in the last 10 is 4-6. Wild Things in the last 10, 7-3. Second best in the league behind Southern Illinois. Southern Illinois, the best team in the Frontier League right now. 54-27 overall record. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count to Altazoro. Ball left high, runs the count full. 2-0 lead for Schaumburg. Checking the runner is Cunningham. Check swing, rolling down the foul line. Just goes a little bit left. Still not seeing any scores on the Frontier League's page. Here we go. Right now in the bottom of the first, Windy City leading River City 1-0. Southern Illinois and Normal scoreless in the bottom of the first, as is Florence and Evansville. Traverse City leading Lake Erie 1-0. And Gateway and Joliet still yet to kick off. And Altazoro with a strikeout as Cunningham picks up his third of the game. And that's just the first out of this inning. Dean still at second base. First pitch now to the batter, Towns, is in the turf for ball one. One 0 pitch is low as well. Getting a small lead is Dean now. 2-0 delivery. Fly ball into right center field. On the run is Grayson. This one will get over his head. It will bounce to the wall. Rounding third now is Dean. He will come home and score. Rounding second, looking for the triple is Towns. He is in with a stand-up triple, and he's heading for home. Trying for the inside the park home run. Slide in, safe. He gets it. Inside the park home run for Kenny Towns. Got right underneath the tag of Kyle Pollock. He hesitated a bit after rounding third. Didn't think he could get it. And that hesitation made it a close play, because if he would have just continued on his path, it wouldn't have been anywhere near that close.
Number 20, the right fielder, Mark Nelson.
And that gives Schaumburg now a 4-0 lead. Base is empty with just one out for Mark Nelson. Roller to the second baseman, Willard. Picks it up, throws it to first for the second out. I want to see how they scored that Kenny Towns hit. If they gave it a triple and moved in on a throw, or if they gave him the true inside the park home run. That would be something spectacular. And it looked like those in right field, Popkins, center field, Grayson had taken a few steps in, and that one just went over their heads and bounced to the wall. But, man, Towns with some serious speed. Had just one home run on the year. That one not out of the park, but we'll see what they score that. As Mike McClellan bats, 2-0 count to him. Check swing, lays off. And now it's 3-0, and Chase Cunningham starting to struggle a bit here in this third inning. A 4-0 lead for Schaumburg. 2 outs, base is empty. The fastball down the middle there just to get the strike. You see Cunningham, just the way in his delivery, looks a bit frustrated. Now the 3-1 popped up, shallow left center. The shortstop Wolbrock calling for it right on the fringe, makes the catch. And that finally ends the inning, but a rough one for Washington as they give up 4 runs on 4 hits and don't leave any stranded. We've played 2.5. It's the Boomers 4, the Wild Things nothing here on the MSA Sports Network. So we go to the bottom of the third inning. The Wild Things have a little bit of catching up to do now, trailing the Boomers 4-0. Wobrock, Andrew Heck, and Chris Grayson due to bat this inning. The 9, 1, and 2 spots in the Wild Things lineup. Wobrock at the plate for his first time. Takes a look at ball 1 inside. And by the way, they did score that hit by Kenny Towns as an inside-the-park home run. His second homer of the year. That one didn't leave the yard, but had the wheels to get around the bags. 1-0 pitch inside. So a 4-0 lead, a big inning for the Boomers. Again, Military Appreciation Night here. Nice ovation for the vets during the inning break. 2-0 pitch, fouled away. It's a Fireworks Friday here at Consol Energy Park as well. Wobrock, the left-handed batter, 2-1 delivery. Bounced that one. That one came up. That hit him high, either on the neck or off the back of the helmet. Didn't seem to flinch, though. Fouled that one off into the turf and back into himself. Wobrock with just a .219 average this year. 1 home run, 14 RBIs on the season. The 2-2 from Mabry. Bounce to the second baseman, Dean. Waits for it, off a couple of hops through to first. 1 out. Back to the top of the order now for the Wild Things. Andrew Heck will bat with 1 out. Heck with a leadoff single his last time at the plate. Heck takes a look at a called strike. Glad to have you along on the MSA Sports Network. Home to Wild Things baseball all season long. 0-1 pitch, bounced off 1 hop into the glove of Dean at second, throw to first, 2 down. Back-to-back putouts for Dean. Brings up Chris Grayson. Grayson with a great at-bat last time. Battled, but ended up striking out. A long at-bat. So Grayson stands back in. Breaking ball called strike of the first pitch. Oh, 1. That one misses just inside. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Called strike 2. Thought about that one, but laid off. He should have went for it. One, 2 once again, fouled away into the netting. One, 2, fly ball. This one hit well into left center field. On the run is the left fielder. Adazora won't get to it. This one bounces over the wall. It is a book rule double. A book rule double for Chris Grayson with 2 outs. A little bit of a 2-out lightning here for the Wild Things. Need to string a couple of hits together to cut into this 4-0 Schaumburg lead as Ricky Rodriguez comes to bat. Rodriguez, his first time up, grounded out to third base. And that one goes right off his shoulder. Took that one off the body. A hit batsman puts runners at first and second now for the Wild Things with 2 outs. And David Popkins, the big guy, the home run hitter, comes to the plate. Popkins, a graduate of the University of California. San Diego native. Was a Florida State League postseason All-Star as an undrafted free agent. Big fan of Hawaiian food. Back in the day, an all-around athlete. Popkins participated in football and basketball as well growing up. Turned into a pretty good baseball player here in the Frontier League. Batting in the cleanup spot for the Wild Things. 4-0 lead for Schaumburg. Breaking ball called strike. Popkins with the most home runs on this Wild Things squad. 13 this year. With 43 RBI. That also leads the team. But behind the count now 0-2. Runners at first and second base with 2 outs. Wild Things trailing. The 0-2 high and tight, has to duck out of the way of that one. Mabry came right at his face. Lucky enough, Popkins got out of the way in time. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Mabry looks in, delivers, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that retires the side. Mabry picks up his 3rd strikeout of the game. Wild Things get a hit pass, but leave them both stranded. We've played 3. The Boomers leading the Wild Things 4-0 here on the MSA Sports Network. We go to the top of the 4th inning. The Boomers leading the Wild Things 4-0. Michael Hill leads things off, as well as James Keller and Nick Oberg, 7, 8, 9 spots in the lineup for Schaumburg. 0-1 pitch low. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. One delivery, bounce past the right of the pitcher's mound. Willard on the run in, makes the grab, throw to first, got him. 1 out. Brings up Keller. River City leading Windy City 2-1 in the top of the 2nd. Southern Illinois and Normal scoreless in the 2nd. Evansville leading Florence 1-0 top of the 2nd. Traverse City trailing Lake Erie now 2-1 top of the 4th. And Joliet and Gateway getting set to get underway as the first pitch to Keller is delivered into the turf for the first ball of the at-bat. Bases empty with 1 out, 4-0 Schaumburg. Pitch outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Again, if you're a Wild Things fan, you're keeping an eye on Normal and Evansville. Normal scoreless, Evansville with a 1-0 lead over Florence as we get down to the chase for the wild card spot. Wild Things coming off a road trip against Windy City in Traverse City, against 7-3 in their last 10 games, as Keller is retired. Brings up Nick Oberg. Base is empty with 2 down. Able to beat the Beach Bums in the series, coming off a 2-0 win against them last night. Traveled home from Michigan. 1-0. Fly ball into right center. Popkins from right field calling for it. Makes the catch, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 4th for the Boomers. Schaumburg still leading the Wild Things 4-0 on the MSA Sports Network. The Wild Things go to the bottom of the 4th inning, trailing the Boomers 4-0. Due up this inning for the Wild Things, Jimmy Yezzo, Alvaro Gonzalez, and Kyle Pollock, as Yezzo stands in for the 2nd time in this game. First pitch to him is fouled away. Back in the 2nd inning, in his first at-bat, he flew out to left field. 0-1 the count. Bounced over top of the glove of Mabry. Running in the second baseman, Dean. Throw to first in time for the putout. 1 down. Mabry did his best to get to that one, just as the way he fell off the mound. Just couldn't climb the ladder enough to get there, but no problem as Jordan Dean, the second baseman, was there. As Alvaro Gonzalez, who struck out in his first at-bat, stands in. First pitch to Gonzalez bounced foul down the third baseline. Wild Things play again tomorrow night at 7:05 here at Consol Energy Park. Actually home for a long stretch here. We'll play again against Schaumburg on Sunday. Have 2 days off, then host Traverse City here at home for a doubleheader on Wednesday, and then a single game on Thursday, and then a 4-game series against Joliet next weekend. Doubleheader on Friday night, then a game Saturday and Sunday before traveling back to Windy City. That's 10 straight home games. Again, 2 doubleheaders mixed in there, but still a nice homestand here for the Wild Things to conclude the season. And that will end the home schedule as they'll hit the road the following week to Windy City and then Lake Erie. And hopefully be going to the playoffs. 1-2 pitch check swing. And the home plate umpire, Andy Dudanis, says he went around. So 2 outs now as Gonzalez goes down on strikes. Mabry picks up his 4th strikeout as Kyle Pollock, who has 1 of 3 Wild Things hits in this game, will stand in. First pitch to him is outside. Pollock had that single in the 2nd inning with 2 outs. 2 consecutive innings. 2nd and the 3rd. The Wild Things came up with a hit after getting the first 2 outs, and here we are in the 4th with the first 2 batters being retired. Can they do it again? Got to string these hits together, though. Two-zero pitch. Pollock pops it up and out of play. Pollock's been around for a couple of years, known as an experienced player in the Frontier League. 2-1. Popped up again. Again, he was a member of the Kansas City Royals organization, played in their Single-A affiliate. Speaking of affiliates, Zach Ross from the Wild Things pitching staff just picked up by the Los Angeles Dodgers. He will go play for an affiliated club of Major League Baseball. 2-2 pitch outside runs the count full. And that might hurt the Wild Things down the stretch. Of course, that's fantastic for any young ball player to get picked up by a Major League affiliated team. But Wild Things losing 2 great pitchers as the season is coming to a close. But, of course, you can't be selfish because that is just outstanding for the young man, Zach Grotz. Contract bought Thursday by the Dodgers. Payoff pitch. That one in the turf, scooped up, and that is ball 4. That's 3 consecutive innings now. At least we've had a base runner after 2 hits have the Wild Things. Taking a look at the rest of the schedule for Schaumburg. After this series, we'll go back to Schaumburg before traveling to Windy City and Traverse City. And then the Boomers get to finish the season at home September 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. As Ryan Willard will bat. Runner at first base is Kyle Pollock. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Wild Things trailing Schaumburg 4-0. First pitch. Willard takes a look at strike 1. A 1 pitch, a called strike 2. Willard reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. That retired Pollock, who was standing at first base. A 0-2 pitch fouled away. Last Friday night here on MSA Sports for a while that won't have Friday night high school football. 0-2 pitches high. Friday night high school football starting this coming week. 1 week from today. We'll have all the action from the WPIAL. Should be a lot of fun. A unique opening night, as there will, for the first time, be 6 classifications in Pennsylvania. Ball outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes, now the count. Dawn Rebel and the gang will be along with you for the MSA Sports post-game show and roundtable. Every Friday night after tonight. 2-2 pitch. Low, runs the count full. Man, Mabry's lost him here. Had him down 0-2 and then threw 3 consecutive pitches outside the zone. Payoff pitch, runner goes, fouled away. Good at bat here by Willard, really battling. Was down 0-2. The 3 consecutive balls, now fouling one away. Payoff pitch again, swing and a miss, struck him out. That's Troyce Mabry's had a long battle, and he's been the winner on the mound. Gets 2 strikeouts in that inning, 1 walk, and the Wild Things leave 1 stranded. We've played 4. The Boomers still leading the Wild Things 4-0 here on the MSA Sports Network. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Tobias Moreno, Jordan Dean, and Arrhenius Aldazoro do the lead off here. 1, 2, and 3 spots in the Boomers lineup as Moreno takes a look at strike 1. Schaumburg with a 4-0 lead over Washington after a big 4-run 3rd inning. 0-1 pitch left low by Chase Cunningham. Cunningham throwing a good game despite that 3rd inning. Gave up 3 hits. 1-1 pitch. Fouled away, out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Chris Young will be at the ballpark. Country Star, 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, drop 3rd strike. Pollock's throw down to first completes the strikeout, 1 out. As I was saying, Chris Young, country superstar, is really taken off on the scene. He'll be playing here at Consol Energy Park on August 26th. That is approaching quickly, isn't it? Wow. Time is just flying. This has been a quick summer. But Sarah Evans will also be with Chris Young. As now Jordan Dean pops one up in the infield. Calling for it is Yezo, the first baseman. Halfway down the line, makes the catch. 2 outs. Brings up Arrhenius Aldazoro. But if you like country music and you're in the area, come on out and see Chris Young on August 26th. Should be a great show. First pitch now to Aldazoro, misses. Back in the day, Taylor Swift played in this ballpark. 1-0 pitch, bounce to the second baseman. Willard off the hop, throw to first. And that ends the inning. I'll tell you more about Taylor Swift later. 3 up, 3 down for the Boomers in back-to-back innings, the 4th and the 5th. We've played 4.5. The Boomers still leading the Wild Things 4-0 on the MSA Sports Network. Wild Things still down 4-0 to the Boomers as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Due up Austin Wobrock, Andrew Heck, and Chris Grayson. 9, 1, and 2 spots coming up in the Wild Things order. Wobrock grounded out to second his first time at bat. Now pops one up into shallow center. Running in, Moreno dives for it and makes the catch. What a great play there by Moreno. Wasn't sure if he got it. The hat popped off and everything as he made that dive. But he makes a fantastic grab and gets the first out of the inning. And back to the top of the order now for the Things. Andrew Heck. Heck 1 for 2 tonight. A single in the first, grounded out to second base in the third. Now here he is in the 5th. First pitch to him, shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a called strike. A 1 pitch. Heck looks at a called strike 2. Heck studied business at Duquesne University before going to Oklahoma State. Great grab there by Mabry off the mound. Soft toss to first base, retires Heck. 2 outs. Brings up Chris Grayson. Grayson, a strikeout and a double in the game. Left-handed batter. Grayson, a late add-on for the Wild Things. Rips this one into right field. This one can get down in the corner. It does. Goes to the warning track. Rounding first now is Grayson, and he will hold up there. Great throw as Nelson read that one pretty well. And it's a 2-out single for Grayson. It's now 4 innings in a row. The first 2 batters are retired, and then the Wild Things finally get a base runner. You got to get those before you get the 2 outs. As now Ricky Rodriguez stands back in. From the Moreno Valley in California. Last year played for the Amarillo Thunderheads. Someday hopes to be a coach in college baseball. Throw over to first. Grayson back in time. 4-0 lead for the Boomers. 2 outs with the runner at first base for Rodriguez. Says his dad is his hero. I think a lot of us would say that. Says his dad works tirelessly to support his family. So Ricky Rodriguez Sr. is a hard-working man. One ball, no strikes. That one fouled away. Rodriguez with a ground out to third and was hit by a pitch in this ball game thus far. Game 1 of the 3-game series. These 2 teams will meet again tomorrow night at 7:05 here at Consol Energy Park. I'm Nate Regoti. Hopefully Zack Zeigler, your regular broadcaster, will be back with you, just filling in for Zack during a night where he had a personal matter. But thoughts and prayers are with Zack this evening. But the plan is for him to be back with you tomorrow. So those of you that have been listening all season long, he will be here. I'm just a fill-in, just for the night. Thanks for allowing me to be with you. Appreciate it. 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. This has been a great organization, Washington Baseball. I've had the pleasure of calling some Wild Things games back when they were on the radio, now here online. Worked for the Pennsylvania Rebellion softball team that plays here at Consol Energy Park. Had a chance to be their play-by-play man 2 years ago and travel around with them across the country. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And that ends the inning. A 2-out hit by Grayson, and he's left stranded. We've played 5. The Wild Things still trailing Schaumburg 4-0 on the MSA Sports Network. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Boomers trying to add on to their 4-0 lead. Kenny Towns, Mark Nelson, and Mike McClellan due up to bat in this inning. First pitch fouled away by Towns. Towns last time up had the 2-run inside the park homer. Hit one into the gap in right center field. The ball hadn't even been in the center fielder Grayson's glove yet. By the time Towns rounded second, now flies one into the corner and right. Popkins is back. He's there to make this one out. Brings up Mark Nelson, who's still looking for his first hit of this game. Walked in the 2nd inning and grounded out in the 3rd. Nelson takes a look at ball 1. Nelson hails from Orlando, Florida, an experienced player in the league. Now hits one well into the gap in right center, but there is Popkins again. Back-to-back catches by him. 2 outs in the inning. Brings up Mike McClellan. McClellan in this ball game was strikeout looking and popped out to the shortstop, Austin Wobrock. First pitch to McClellan, fly ball, this one into left center. Back there is Grayson, and he makes the catch, and that's a quick 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down once again for the 3rd consecutive inning. Boomers had that big 3rd, but haven't had a hit since the 3rd inning. We've played 5.5. Schaumburg still up 4-0 over your Wild Things here at Consol Energy Park. Wild Things looking to cut into this 4-0 Schaumburg lead. David Popkins, the big man, Jimmy Ezzo, and Alvaro Gonzalez due to lead off in this inning. For the Things, first pitch swung on and missed. Wild Things in their 15th season here at Consol Energy Park. Remember coming here as a child to watch the games. Been a lot of fun. Back then, Falcone Field. Now Consol Energy Park. 0-1 pitch. Ball low. Made some changes. Put the big screen now, if you can see it in your camera, that shining white area in right field. Nice jumbotron out there. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Organization has put a lot of time and effort into the community. A lot of the local rec baseball teams love to come out here. Watch the things play. 1-2 pitch inside. Affordable family fun right here in Washington County. This ballpark also hosts some WPIL playoff games and state playoff games. A lot of fun to watch those here. 2-2 pitch, fouled away. Actually, the WPIL championships played right here at Consol Energy Park. Really neat experience for high school kids to get that major league feel. The sunken-in dugouts with a big crowd watching. The 2-2. Ball left high. Runs the count full. Schaumburg leading 4-0. Bottom of the 6th inning. All 4 runs scored in the 3rd by Schaumburg. Payoff pitch. Inside ball 4. And David Popkins can take his base. And finally, for the first time since the opening frame, they have a runner aboard before 2 outs. And the Wild Things will need to capitalize on that to cut it into this 4-run lead. Jimmy Yezzo at the plate now. Still looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2. A fly out to left and a ground out to second. Fouls one away. Jimmy Yezzo has been with the Wild Things for a couple of years, an experienced player that hails from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. An East Coast guy. Throw over. First base. Popkins back in there. Oh, 1 ground ball under the glove of the first baseman, McClellan. Rounding second now is Popkins. He'll head for third. Runners on the corners with nobody out for the Wild Things. And they will charge the error there to Mike McClellan. And Alvaro Gonzalez to bat. Wild Things need a little momentum right now. Down 4-0, just 4 hits in the game. Runners on the corners and nobody out for Gonzalez. He struck out twice tonight, though. First pitch to him, swing and a miss. Gonzalez from Houston, Texas, in his first season in the Frontier League. 0-1 pitch popped up in the infield, calling for third baseman Towns. He catches it, 1 out. Brings up Kyle Pollock. Pollock, 1 hit with a walk. Fans come alive here a little bit, recognizing that Wild Things have a chance to get a run across the board here. First pitch to Pollock, fastball left high by Mabry. The 1-0. Called strike at the knees. Back on the air tomorrow night for you at 6:50 here on the MSA Sports Network for Game 2 of this 3-game series. Wild Things in the wild card playoff hunt. 1-1. Low and away. Right now, Southern Illinois and Normal tied at 1 in the bottom of the 3rd. Evansville still leading Florence 1-0, top of the fifth. 2-1 pitch fouled away and out of play. Two balls, two strikes, the count to Pollock. Now flies one in the corner in right field. Nelson on the run. And they say foul ball, and get a little confused there. The bullpen for the Wild Things trying to buy the call and say fair, but home plate umpire Andy Dudanis says no way. Foul ball. That one was right dead away into the corner. That would have been 2 runs for the Wild Things, but Pollock comes back to the plate, still facing the 2-2 count. Mabry still dealing. Looking in, and now it's Pollock that wants time. In the long at-bat battles, Mabry has won twice. 2-2. This one popped up. Shallow right field. The second baseman, Dean, calling for it. Makes the catch. 2 down. Boy, this was a chance for Washington to capitalize, and those chances are shrinking. Runners on the corners with nobody out, but back-to-back infield pop-outs. And now Ryan Willard will bat. Willard, the second baseman, 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded into a fielder's choice and then struck out. First pitch to Willard is high. Willard in his rookie season. One ball, one strike. Mabry winds and deals. Fouled out of the play. One and two. Time called on the mound. Now Mabry comes on with it. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Tabs the batter, and that will finish it. And unfortunately, runners are on the corners with nobody out, and the Wild Things can't plate a single one. A walk, an error, 2 left on. We've played 6. It's the Boomers 4. The Wild Things nothing here on the MSA Sports Network. Back here in Washington, Pennsylvania, where the Boomers have a 4-0 lead over your Wild Things. Coming up for the Boomers, the 7, 8, and 9 spots in the lineup. Michael Hill, James Keller, and Nick Oberg. Hill right now at the plate. That one lines softly to the second baseman, Willard, who easily makes the grab. One down. Boomers scored all 4 runs in the third inning and have not had a hit since, as now James Keller bats. Keller takes a strike. He's 0 for 2 tonight. The 0-1, Keller lines one out of play. That one off the end of the bat and into the stands along the first base line. The 0-2. That one in the dirt. Or the turf. I keep saying dirt, but a completely artificial surface here at Consol Energy Park. Line drive in the left center field, and maybe I was the jinx there because Schaumburg just got the hit that they've been looking for 3 1/3 innings. Brings up Nick Oberg to bat. One out with a runner at first base. First base runner since the third inning for Schaumburg. We're here in the top of the 7th. Boomers still with that 4-0 lead over the Wild Things. First pitch to Oberg, breaking ball for the called strike. Another one fouled away. Tomorrow night's game against the Boomers, the first 1,000 fans will receive a lunchbox, courtesy of PA Leadership Charter School. It's also Breast Cancer Awareness Night, so they'll be wearing special jerseys for breast cancer awareness. Just tonight, the Wild Things wearing camo jerseys for Military Appreciation Night. 0-2 pitch outside. Then on Sunday, of course, Kids Club Day every Sunday here at Consol Energy Park. Kids run the bases after the game. And it's also Bark in the Park, presented by Rachel Ray's Nutrition. You can bring your dog to the game, so an exciting weekend here. 1-2 pitch. Fireworks tonight. That's the strikeout. Oberg goes down with a K. 2 outs in the inning. So fireworks tonight after the game. Free lunch boxes tomorrow and breast cancer awareness. They'll be auctioning off those jerseys after the game in order to raise money for breast cancer research. And then on Sunday, you can bring your pooch to Consol Energy Park. Just bring something to clean up after him with. First pitch to Moreno is a called strike. The 0-1. Bounced down the first base line. It will go foul. Started out fair and then just dribbled right enough beyond the chalk line as Yezzo scooped it up. 2 outs in the top of the 7th for the Boomers. A 1-out hit by James Keller has him aboard at first. Moreno in this game, 2 for 3 with a run scored and a stolen base. He's had a decent game tonight. Everything highlighted, though, by the Kenny Towns 2-run inside the park home run. Check over to first. Back in time is Keller. And if you're joining us late, that was scored as a true inside the park home run. Hit one over everybody's head into the gap in right center field. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball called strike 3. And that ends the inning. Back-to-back Ks for Chase Cunningham. And that retires the side. We've played 6.5. Wild Things need some momentum here offensively. See if they can get it as they trail the Schaumburg Boomers 4-0 on the MSA Sports Network. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Wild Things still trailing the Boomers 4-0. Austin Wobrock, Andrew Heck, and Chris Grayson do to bat this inning, the 9-1 and 2 spots. One ball, one strike the count against Wobrock. Bouncer to the first baseman. McClellan picks it up, tabs the bag for the first out of the inning. We do have a new pitcher in the game for Schaumburg. It's Austin Kerr. So that is it for Mabry. As Andrew Heck comes to bat. First pitch to him is a ball. Give you the line on Mabry in just a second here. I'll give you Kerr stats first. 1-0 pitch, a strike, evens up the count at 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 3,184 people announced here at Consol Energy Park. A very nice crowd. It's been a beautiful summer night for a ball game. 2-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Ball runs the count full. That one fouled away. Heck in there battling. Mabry goes 6 complete, allowing just 4 hits. Walked 2. Struck out 6. Didn't allow a run. Ground ball to the third baseman. Towns throw to first just in the nick of time. 2 outs. 5-3 the put out. Wild Things still down 4 runs. 2 outs, nobody on, and Chris Grayson back to the plate. He's 2 for 3. Mabry in position for a win if Schaumburg can hold on to this lead, but the Wild Things doing everything they can to make sure that doesn't happen. First pitch now to Grayson. Fastball just a bit inside. And Kerr on the mound does not waste any time. He's boom, boom, right between the pitches. Doesn't wait around too much. Goes right into the windup. 2-0 pitch. Bounce right past the first baseman, McClellan's glove. Rounding first now is Grayson. That ball into the deep corner behind the bullpen. He rounds second. He's headed for third. A stand-up triple for Chris Grayson with 2 outs. He is a home run short of the cycle. Grayson struck out in the first, hit a double in the third, a single in the fifth, and now a triple in the seventh. So with a runner in scoring position now with 2 outs, the infield will meet between the Boomers. They all come in for a conclave of players right in the middle of the infield. Just a team meeting here. Wild Things have just 5 hits in this game. 3 of them have come from Chris Grayson. He's got more than half the hits on this team tonight, and we're going to have a pitching change. So I'll step aside here for a moment and get the new pitcher and give you his stats in just a moment here on the MSA Sports Network. New pitcher for Schaumburg is Derek DeYoung, a 3.80 ERA, 1-2 overall record this season. He stands in, breaking ball called, strike to the new batter, Ricky Rodriguez. Kerr still on the hook for Chris Grayson, standing at third. Schaumburg still leading 4-0 here at Consol Energy Park. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike two. Rodriguez 0 for 2 and was hit by a pitch in this ball game this evening. From the stretch is DeYoung. Rodriguez fouls one away. DeYoung in just to pitch this batter in this inning, just try to get out of this thing. Kerr just faced 3 batters, retired the first 2, but gave up that triple. 0-2 delivery, fastball high. The 1-2. Breaking ball high again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball inside this time. Runs the count full. Wild Things with the first run just 90 feet away. The payoff pitch, fouled away. Wild Things trying to get back to 500 in this game to a 39-40 overall record. Again, the payoff delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And DeYoung comes in and gets out of the jam. A 2-out triple by Chris Grayson, but he is left stranded. We've played 7. The Things still trailing Schaumburg 4-0 on the MSA Sports Network. To the top of the 8th we go. Jordan Dean leads things off for Schaumburg. The Boomers trying to add on to a 4-0 lead that they've held since the 3rd inning. All 4 runs scored in the single frame. 0-1 pitch popped up, foul territory. This one will get out of play. Dean in this game, 1 for 3 with a run scored. He was brought home on the Kenny Towns inside the park home run. Bouncer up the third base line, barehanded by Gonzalez, and doesn't have a throw. Thought that one might have went off the body. of Dean, but nobody seems to be reacting that way, so will be an infield hit there for Dean. Leadoff single brings up Arrhenius Altazoro. Altazoro still looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3. Shows bunt, pops that one way up. Gets up over top of the netting, in fact. That's about as opposite as you can get from the bunt that he wanted to lay down. Line drive into center field. This one drops down for a base hit. Back-to-back singles to lead off the 8th for the Boomers. Altazoro, the native of Venezuela, has been in the league a couple times. Last played for the Dayton Dragons before joining the Boomers. Back-to-back singles, runners at first and second base, and the man who had the inside the park home run, Kenny Towns, stands in. He shows bunt. This one goes right back into the netting. Shows a little frustration. That was the first true inside the park home run I've ever had the chance to call. That was pretty neat to see in person. Even had a little hesitation at third base and kept on coming. Now swings away, pops this one up into shallow right field. Popkins on the run makes the catch. 1 out. Brings up Mark Nelson. Nelson in this game, 0 for 2 plus a walk. Nelson last played for Salem Keizer. From the stretch. Takes a look at strike one of the knees. The 0-1. Breaking ball just misses a bit outside. Again, the fireworks night at the ballpark. Tomorrow, a free lunchbox and breast cancer awareness night. Be wearing special jerseys with the Wild Things. The 1-1, runner goes, gets caught in a pickle here. 1-6 falls to the ground, and he's tabbed out there by the shortstop, Wobrock. So Jordan Dean gets picked off. Does allow Altazoro to advance to second. So eliminates one runner on the bases. Altazoro now at second. Nelson facing the 1-1 count. Looked like Dean had just slipped up a little bit, tried to get a little jab step, and when he did, the cleat came out from underneath him. Really, they wear turf shoes. They don't get to wear true cleats on this field. Looked like the shoe just slipped out. 2-1. Popped this one way high in the sky in the infield. Calling for it is the shortstop, Wobrock, all over the second baseman's position. Makes the catch, and that ends the inning. 2 hits, pick off, 1 left stranded. We played 7.5. The Boomers still up 4-0 over the Washington Wild Things here at Consol Energy Park on the MSA Sports Network. pitcher is airtime 650. 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball nowhere near the catcher Keller there. 3-0 the count. Knudsen just came into the game and has yet to throw a strike. The 3-0. Fastball misses high and in, and it's a 4-pitch walk to lead things off in the 8th. Brings up Jimmy Yezzo. Knudsen did not have an easy time finding the strike zone. Second baseman Jordan Dean comes in, and he uses the rosin bag for himself. Fastball, there's the strike zone for Knudsen. Kenneth Knudsen from Bryan College in Tennessee, native of Sugar Hill, Georgia, in his first season, as Yezzo fouls one away. No balls, 2 strikes to count against the experienced player Yezzo. Knudsen comes on with it. This one flied into foul territory down the left field line. Left fielder Adazora will not get to it. That drops down. Foul ball. Keeps Yezzo alive. Yezzo 0 for 3. He did reach on an error in the 6th inning. The 0-2 once again. Way outside on that one. Take a look at the Frontier League scoreboard. River City leading Windy City 5-2 in the top of the 6th. Normal now leading Southern Illinois 2-1, top of the 5th. Ground ball, one hop to the glove of Dean, flips it to Oberg, and on to first for the double play. 4-6-3, 2 outs. And that clears the bases. And brings up Alvaro Gonzalez, who's still looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Florence is leading Evansville 2-1, top of the 7th. Traverse City up on Lake Erie 5-2, bottom of the 7th. And Joliet and Gateway tied at 1 in the top of the 5th as the batter Gonzalez takes a called strike. Oh, 1, breaking ball low. Count even at 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Breaking ball just misses off the corner. In fact, Keller held it there trying to get the call, but can't. The 2-2. Breaking ball jammed up and in. Pops it up to the first baseman, McClellan, who easily makes the catch. And that ends the inning. A walk, but a double play ends the inning. Wild Things still down 4-0 to the Schaumburg Boomers after 8 complete on the MSA Sports Network. We go to the final inning of scheduled play. Leading off the top of the ninth, Mike McClellan, Michael Hill, and James Keller for Schaumburg. A pitching change for the Washington Wild Things. Ashton Parrott now in the game. That closes the book on Chase Cunningham. The first pitch, swing and a miss by McClellan. Cunningham goes 8 innings, allowing 4 runs on 8 hits, struck out 5, and walked 1. He is on the hook right now for the loss. All of Schaumburg's runs coming in the third inning. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball left outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, every game matters so importantly to the Wild Things right now. As we approach the final 3 weeks of the season, they're just a game and a half out of the wild card race. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball outside again, 2 balls, 1 strike. Normal and Evansville currently right now hold the wild card spots in the Frontier League playoffs. 2-1 pitch. Ball inside, 3-1. McClellan still looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3. A strikeout, to pop out to the shortstop, and a fly out to center. The 3-1. Foul away into the netting. Runs the count full. Schaumburg trying to add on to this 4-0 lead. Couple of hits strung together in the third. 3 singles in a row. 2 RBI single by Jordan Dean, and then the 2 RBI inside the park home run by Kenny Towns. Now a fly ball at the wall, and not able to make the catch is Popkins, and ending up at second is McClellan. Could not read that one as he was running into the fence, and the ball dropped to the ground, and it's a leadoff double for Mike McClellan and the Schaumburg Boomers. Brings up Michael Hill, the designated hitter. 0 for 3 as well. Ground out to second, a line out to second, and a fielder's choice. Shortstop Wobrock holding McClellan on at second. First pitch comes to Hill. Fly ball into left field. This one on the run and caught by Andrew Heck. Great grab. Now tagging from second, headed to third is McClellan. He's in there safely, so the tag puts McClellan at third base. Great catch there by Andrew Heck out in left field for the first out of the inning. 8th spot, James Keller will bat. 1 for 3 in the ball game. Swung right over top of that one for strike 1. Last homestand of the year for the Wild Things. Here for 10 straight games. 8 dates. And 2 doubleheaders. Breaking ball that misses the zone, 1-1. Home games against Joliet, Traverse City, and Schaumburg. Strike 2. Now against Keller. One-two pitch fouled away. Doubleheaders for the Wild Things next Friday, August 26th against Joliet, and on Wednesday the 24th against Traverse City. Last day of the season is Sunday, September 4th. Wild Things will finish in Lake Erie. Last 6 games on the road. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball way off speed and got James Keller to bite. That thing was in slow motion. James Keller was way out in front of that one. That was heck of an off-speed pitch by Ashton Parrott. 2 outs now in the inning. McClellan still at third base as the 9-spot batter Nick Oberg stands in. And now a meeting on the mound, and that will be it for Parrott. Parrott just goes 2/3 of an inning, allowing 1 hit, getting 1 strikeout, did not walk any, and he is on the hook for the run at third base. We'll get the pitching change when we come back here on the MSA Sports Network. It's the top of the 9th inning with 2 outs, runner on third base. Schaumburg looking to add on to a 4-0 lead over the Wild Things on the MSA Sports Network. Pitching change for the Wild Things now in is Ryan O'Keefe to face Nick Oberg. 2 outs, runner at third base, and it's a pass ball. That one over top of the head of the catcher, Pollock, but ricocheted hard off the cement wall. It's about 4 foot high behind home plate. Ball bounced right back to the glove of Pollock. A fortunate bounce. 1-0 the count. O'Keefe, a left-handed pitcher. Might see him start tomorrow night. 1-0 pitch outside. Ball 2. Schaumburg with 4 hits in the third has had 4 hits the rest of the entire way as Oberg takes a called strike 1. 2-1 pitch low and in the turf. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three-one delivery line right past the pitcher, O'Keefe. This will get into center field. It'll be an RBI that scores McClellan and makes it 5-0 Schaumburg. That closes the book on Parrott, by the way. He does give up 1 run. But Oberg with the RBI single with 2 outs for the Boomers. Brings up Tobias Moreno back to the top of the order. 2 outs with Oberg at first base. Breaking ball called strike to Moreno. The 0-1. inside just a bit. 1 ball, 1 strike, now the count. Again, O'Keefe delivers. Big cut there from Moreno. Could not get a piece of it. Went chasing that one just a little bit. Now time called. O'Keefe gathers himself. From the stretch, looks in, the 1-2 offering, swing and a miss, strike 3, got him, and that ends the inning. But not before Schaumburg can add a run and make it a 5-0 lead. They score that 1 run on 2 hits and leave a man stranded. It's do or die time for the Washington Wild Things, trailing the Boomers 5-0 here on the MSA Sports Network. New pitcher in for Schaumburg. Evan Boyd comes in to finish this thing off. Due up for the Wild Things in this inning, Kyle Pollock, Ryan Willard, and Austin Wobrock. And first pitch is delivered as a strike. Do or die time for the Wild Things. Ball 1 there. Pollock, 1 for 2 plus a walk in this game. 1-1. Fly ball into left center field. Out of Zorro on the run towards the wall at the track. Makes the catch. 1 out. Wild Things down to their final 2 outs. Lines of this game thus far. For Schaumburg, 5 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. They've stranded just 3 guys. For the Wild Things, no runs on 5 hits, no errors. 9 guys left on base. Willard stands in. First pitch to him is a called strike. Again, these two teams meet again tomorrow. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Hope you'll join us here on MSA or come out to the ballpark. 7:05 first pitch against the Boomers. Tomorrow, Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and the first 1,000 fans get a free lunchbox. 0-2 pitch. Fly ball into shallow center field. This will drop down for a base hit. Wild Things still alive as Willard gets the single. 6th hit of the game for the Wild Things as Austin Wobrock comes to bat. Wobrock, the 9-spot batter. He's 0 for 3 in the game. Ground out to second, a fly out to center field, and a ground out to first base. The lefty looks in, facing the righty Boyd. Pitch to him, called strike. The 0-1. Ground ball, right side, played off the hop by Dean, and he'll go the short way to first base to get the second out. 4-3 the putout, advances Willard to second, and the Wild Things are down to their final out. Back to the top of the order, though, for Washington. Andrew Heck, 1 for 4, gets a 5th batting attempt of the game. Boyd still from the stretch. Willard gets his lead. Pitch to Heck, fouled away out of play. I'll have the chance to want to say thanks to the Wild Things organization for giving me this opportunity to call a game for you tonight. It was the last minute. Just filling in for Zach. He'll be back with you tomorrow. 0-1. Strike 2. Schaumburg with a 5-0 advantage. Wild Things down to their final strike. The 0-2 pitch outside. Boyd's 1-2, swing and a miss, struck Heck out, and that's your ball game. With a final score, the Schaumburg Boomers 5, the Washington Wild Things 0. Be back in a moment to recap this one here on the MSA Sports Network. Schaumburg Boomers score 5 runs on 10 hits, commit 1 error, leave 6 on the bases. The Wild Things can't score any runs on 6 hits, do not commit an error, but leave 10 men on the bases. Tonight, the Wild Things just couldn't get the hits when they needed them. Out of the 6 hits, half of them came from Chris Grayson tonight. He went 3 for 4, was just a home run shy of the cycle, but a great night for him. But he was the only one who could really get the bat going. Had a hard time really getting any kind of offense from the Wild Things tonight. Winning pitcher is Brett Mabry. He went 6 innings, not allowing a run on 4 hits, struck out 2, walked 6, and did hit one batter. I'm sorry, reverse that. Struck out 6, walked 2. Then Kerr came in for just 2/3 of an inning, allowed a hit. DeYoung came in for just 1/3 of an inning and didn't allow anything at all. Just got that one out. Then Knudsen came in for an inning. He gave up 1 walk, and then Boyd came in up for 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, and he struck out 1. The Wild Things fall to 39-41 overall. For Schaumburg, they improved to 37-45. The losing pitcher is Chase Cunningham. He went 8 innings for the Wild Things, giving up 4 runs on 8 hits, struck out 5, and he walked 1. Let's recap it for you really quickly. Really, everything happened in the 3rd inning for Schaumburg. Nick Oberg led things off with a single. Tobias Moreno came up with a single of his own. Runners on first and second base, and Jordan Dean hit an RBI single that scored both Oberg and Moreno, made it 2-0. With Dean standing on second base after a strikeout, Kenny Towns came up and hit an inside the park home run, really roped one out to right center field. Towns able to get around all 4 bases, make it a 4-0 lead for Schaumburg. It would stay that way all the way until the top of the 9th when the Boomers added on some security. Mike McClellan led off with a double. With 2 outs, Nick Oberg hit an RBI single that scored McClellan and made it a 5-0 Schaumburg lead, and the Wild Things just could never answer. These two teams will meet again tomorrow night here at Consol Energy Park. We hope you join us here at the ballpark if you can. It'll be live right here on the MSA Sports Network. First pitch at 7:05, airtime at 6:50. Again, thoughts and prayers to Zack Zeigler with a personal issue tonight. He will be back again tomorrow night. I'm Nate Regoti signing off from Consol Energy Park. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of the broadcast this evening. Again, your final score: the Schaumburg Boomers 5, the Washington Wild Things 0.
MSA Sports. Press 1 to resume or 3 to end broadcast. Your broadcast has been ended.